everybody watching from wherever you are. I hope life is treating you well. I had a powerful realization, as I always am while I'm here on the continent. And I didn't want to touch this topic, I really didn't. But it occurred to me the other day when I was talking to Sabali. I asked him, I said, people from Tamale, what are they called? Are they Tamaleans? And he said, no, they're Dagomba. They Dagomba. I said, oh my God, my ignorant American self. See, when you come from a culture that doesn't have an identity, and the name of this video is called Who Are You? A Lost People with No Identity. When you don't know your tribal group, the way we were robbed, we haven't even started to wrap our heads around how we were robbed of our identity. So the fact that we're even having a conversation about, are you indigenous, are you African? That tell you right there. When you know who you are, you don't have to be named after a city. Look at the bastardized generation and broken, lost souls of indigenous, black, melanated people that have no idea who their ethnic group is. And within your ethnic group, it is solutions. It's like when you get the family medical history, it's knowing that that's within your culture. So when you don't know who you are, you don't know how to properly identify your issues, you don't know your strengths, you don't know what to do in terms of illness. You don't know your process. You don't know, and what we call that is your practice. You don't have a real practice. Every one of our practices as indigenous people, it's been bastardized. So you don't have to be called Maconite, New Yorker. New York, see, that's for people that don't have an identity. Yeah, you don't call nobody here from the city Accraians. No, they're either Ashanti, Zulu. Just start naming all the ethnic tribal groups here. But what we are, New Yorkers. I'm a Chicago from the Chi. And it looks like what you do to animals. It's a science experiment, my God. Scattered all about. Took us off the ship we got here, took our religion, spiritual practice, connection to our God, and everything else we got has been bastardized, watered down, a contaminated version, so on and so forth. That's just what it is, y'all. Everything we have is a watered down, gross version of what it should be. So whatever culture you think you have, you still don't know who you are. You saying you from Macon somewhere, and if you indigenous, Indian, and all of that different type of stuff, you have had people lying to you, telling you, making documentaries saying and telling you that the presence of Africans have been all over the globe. You know that. So why you can't just say I'm African and Indian, I'm African and this? See, it's a bigger issue here. But like I said, the issue that I find is that we're having the conversation. The fact that we're having the conversation should upset you. The fact that you don't know what your tribal group is and you call yourself and you name yourself after the city you're from. That's an orphan generation of people. They knew. Our solutions, we don't have access to our solutions, y'all. Within every culture, you're wired in such a way to move through life. You've incarnated with a specific design for you. Every culture has that. It's like nature. It's the animal kingdom. So when you don't know what your original design was, your nutritional needs, all of those things, we adopted the white man's, the European way. So we sick, we eating what they eat, we have the same issues they have. Like that's that type of stuff that you start to see when people take on cultures, practices that are not their own. And practices that are not designed to edify you. That's what happens. None of what we were given was designed to edify us and bring us our real identity. When a child is born here, there are certain practices and rituals that you need to do. The practices we got, everything is Judeo-Christian. That wasn't our people. And we don't think that we pay them for that. We don't think that affected us. And I'm over here asking, what do you call people from Tamale? They're not Tamaleans. These are the Dagomba. You name the ethnic tribal group. So, and I realized too that in doing so, you break a person. You will break a person down when you rob them of their identity when they don't know who they are. So I knew they had to keep these Africans, they had to keep them broken. We're going to keep watching Marvel comics to tell us who we really are. When you watch and see the level of strength and genetic superiority that Africans have, you will soon realize, oh, they had to, they had to keep this group of people disconnected from technology. They had to keep this group of people oppressed. They had to keep their resources limited, because if you have a strong, genetically powerful group of people have access to resources, the basic needs of life, oh, they thrive. They thrive. You got people and children walking around with 200 and 300 pound bags and all types of stuff on their head. Y'all don't see the videos I got up. Go follow the YouTube channel. And you telling me, you're telling me this is not a genetically strong group of people? That you, yeah. I would have tried to break them too. The Africans are the elephant that's tied to a plastic chair. They had to come at us psychologically with this religion thing, because on a physical level, they were no match. White supremacy was no match for the genetic makeup of an African. When you have people that are this strong and powerful, we just gonna keep letting Marvel comics talk about superheroes and, you know, Avatar and the dark blue black people. We just gonna keep letting the comic books make us into caricatures, superhuman. When COVID happened and I was in West Africa in the Gambia, I said, if it was about germs, then Africans they have a very superior immune system. That's how I know our genes and it's not recessive. We don't have a recessive gene pool. That's why I say this is that pure shit. This is that pure shit. Everybody would have fell out dead. Everybody don't wash their hands around the clock here. So if you're in primitive countries, so if a super disease hit a primitive country, everybody should be dead, right? No, it was low to no occurrences of COVID in the Gambia. And these are people that ain't even washing their hands. They got meat. I'm like, oh shit. These are very, very strong, powerful people. But us, we done got mixed up. We can't even eat peanut butter without breaking out into a goddamn rash. Our bloodline has been so compromised and watered down. We are very genetically weak compared to an African. Can we just be honest today? It don't take anything away from our greatness. We're talking about science right now. This is just science. And this is really strategy and warfare. Read The Art of War by Sun Tzu. If you really want to break your strong opponent, limit their access to resources. If you know somebody is strong and can outmaster you, make sure that you defeat them psychologically. Make sure that you give them an inferiority complex so that everything in their ideology, it will make them feel inferior and less than. So they won't tap into their divine selfhood. They will feel there's something wrong with them. We need to make their skin color, their likeness, the way they practice, we need to make it all demonic. The way you worship God, oh, ancestors, no, that's demonic, that's the devil. Oh, dark skin, oh no, that's black. We need to be white. See, you gotta keep up, y'all. Y'all gotta keep up. If I were an opponent and I knew I was no match, you had to do these Africans like that. You had to. And have thrived and thrived and thrived and thrived. We just got a piece of that in our DNA and we able to achieve greatness. Because when you see the origin of it, all the movies you watch, and they start to make sense when you see children and women walk every single day miles and miles with hundreds of pounds on their head. I said, oh, we weak sauce. We weak sauce. They got us weak sauce. We got watered down with our genetics. And even black people, our genetics are still good. It ain't even that great. Because our environment broke us psychologically. It's broken us. We are infantile. We children. We can't do nothing. We can't endure anything and take nothing. And you have an African that can walk through a damn jungle barefooted with no food and chop down a tree with a damn machete. And we over here just got Netflix and shit and can barely find a way to use our fingers to scroll up. Like we just lazy, sad. You see what I'm saying? Weakened. We've been weakened. And have no identity. So what do? You make sure that everything that they practice, it makes them and it reprograms them and it gives them a whole new identity. And now their new identity, you need to tell them that they need to become white. You need to program them into what you want them to be. And once they did that, they knew the rest, it would work on its own. Once you convince somebody that's powerful that they're not, all you have to do it is for one time, for one generation. And the best way to do it is to go through their spiritual practice. When I wrote in my book, An Intro to Breaking Soul Ties and Womb Cleansing, I talked about that. In chapter 2, it's called Cut from Source. When we got here, it was illegal to be here as a slave from Africa and not be Christianized within 8 days. So they knew, you can't go work for us until we get that mind broken. You ain't no good for us now. We can't have you connected to source, doing your voodoo, calling up our ancestors and spirits. No. We need you to take that off so that you can become more malleable and more docile. We don't need you with your warrior 1804 Haitian Revolution. You see what I'm saying? African spirituality, practicing Ifa, voodoo. No, we don't need you practicing any of that. We need you to practice this docile religion. So they had to come through the psyche first for us. You don't ever fight physically. No, you don't fight physically. You fight psychologically, and then you can do whatever else you want. So that was my aha moment, y'all. I done said enough. I said I wasn't gonna be on here long. I'm going out to show some more land today. I'm gonna go shoot some more land. I had found some land for like $418. I got some land that's $458 that I'm supposed to be going to see today. So just follow along. It changes you when you come to a real culture of people that know who they are. And we gotta take tests and all of this stuff, and some of us have the gall to look in our faces and not see Africa. That tell you they got you, boo. They got you. We don't have to have no more, am I Indian, indigenous? No, sweetheart. You're just programmed. Forget the identity and who you are. You're just programmed to not be African. If all black people identify with Africa and came here, it would crumble. It would break the economic system in America. If every black person put their money in Africa. And I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it will be game over. So yeah, it's good for y'all to be struggling with this identity. You ain't African, are you African? Because if you connected to some real culture, you may abandon the one that's kept us sick all this time. You would abandon those ideologies that have kept us enslaved for so long. If you really practice and were African, you would tap into your real power that they wanted and they took from us long ago. So that's the gag. That's the trick bag, is to say, no, you're not African. In 1865, you had people saying, I want to go home. Get me out of America. I want to go home. Now you go to 19 and 2005. I'm not African. I'm American. Why do I need to go to Africa? You see how they did that? You see how that switched? It's no question. It's no question. The creators of everything, and you don't even want to have your connection to Africa, is because it worked. It worked. And you will always have no identity, because even if you identify as yourself as whatever Indian and stuff like that, you have to be able to go to the headquarters, go to source. What's the practice, sweetie? You don't have a practice to support you, nor a visible community, nor a place to go to find that tangible practice. So it's empty, it's silly. Okay, you Blackfoot, now what? Now what? What's the practice? Where are the solutions? That told me nothing about your bloodline, sweetheart. That don't say nothing, because you don't know, you're not connected to that anyway. I'm not, and don't send me no motherfucking emails about this shit either, because y'all the worst people to talk about this is these people that's these indigenous folks, and then Hebrew Israelites. I love y'all Hebrew Israelites, but see, I don't argue with black folks no more. My mom always taught me, never argue when you know you're right. Africa is gonna win. It is. It's gonna be what it is. Y'all can pick up these new little trend identities and say you're indigenous and Indian when the whole time we done been African. So okay, you do that, but there's no resources in that. I promise you it's not. There's no practice, there's no spirituality, there's no protection in that. And I'm speaking on such a spiritual level right now. You're not protected in that. It gives you nothing. It gives you nothing. So know who you are. Don't challenge me. This is not a challenge. And by the way, sending me reels, don't send me anything. They automatically get deleted. If you're not sending your email address for a land newsletter, we are so sick in the States, I don't deal with us a lot, for real, unless it's all business. Because a lot of people have the energy where they just want to get in my energy, get in my inbox, and throw off what I'm doing. And the ones that's over here that's not enjoying Africa, I'm not interested in connecting with you either. Because I don't need that. We're not on the same vibe. A lot of us come here with our sicknesses. We're very sick. We're very sick. So don't be fooled by all of this professionalism and stuff. When you come in my inbox, I know how we coming, and it's sick most of the time. If you're not already coming with praise, yay, admiration, go sister, I want to be a part of your ministry, get a book service or something. If you just coming on some other shit and just to send me a video you saw, it's going to be erased automatically. You don't have access to my mind, my space, my attention, none of that. Because 9 times out of 10, and this is why my comments are kept off, y'all not saying nothing productive. It can be something that says children are wonderful. In this day and age, because we're so toxic and sick, post-pandemic, because that's an actual syndrome. Post-pandemic Americans and post-pandemic culture, you're the most toxic you've ever been. I'm not interested in hear shit. The people that want to tell me some good shit, you know how to get in touch with me. And a lot of us are just so mentally ill, they just want to have somebody to just babble with and fuss and fight with because you see I got out and I got peace and shit like that, and you just want to have a transference of energy and just challenge me. No, we're not doing any of that. If you're not doing a land newsletter, if you're not getting on a Zoom call, if you're not coming on a trip, if you're not doing any of that, stay with that sick shit in America. Because when you get the fuck out, you start to manage who you interact with. People that's still in jail, when I get out, I'm not interested in talking to people in jail that's still trying to talk prison babble. That shit was cute in prison. It's a different conversation now. Like I want to sit back and forth and argue with you. Don't be fooled. I don't use my energy for that no more. I don't need to use my energy to roast people and all this type of stuff. And no, I don't need to do that. I'm not on that. Stop expecting the old art. This is clear. When you in a place, thank you, finally cleared up. When you're in a place of peace and you left the hellhole and insane asylum, I don't have to entertain those conversations, sweetheart. Ain't nobody trying to convince you that your motherfucking ass is African. You think I got time to try to convince some grown, sick-ass people who the fuck they are? That's a century, that's a 100-year-old fight. Why the fuck would I take that on? I don't want your gender war fight. I don't care. Y'all can stay with that sick shit over there and trifle through the trash of everybody that's broken and got a mental illness that's undiagnosed and act like you're gonna find love when I could tell you in one walk, oh no, you want marriage, sis? You want a healthy relationship? Oh, it's just one-way flight. Oh, well, I don't know about the ambulance. Okay, honey, stay there. Fight. Get gaslit. Get tricked out your pussy. Yeah, we need to tell the truth about stuff. Stop keeping the secrets of what's going on. We have a narcissist society. You're being gaslit all the time. Your men don't like you. The women don't like each other. No, so if I'm telling you, it ain't nothing like that over here. You can easily get married here, and there's no gender war. I don't need you battling with me, telling me, oh, it ain't gonna be good. What's gonna happen is it's a green card. I have never seen a more broken group of men that sit up in their house and see that it's a movement for women to go somewhere else, the women that you don't want, and you mad and telling them that somebody else ain't gonna want them. You, sir, are broken, and you ain't got no dick between your legs to even claim right now. Like, that's silly as hell. That tells me that you've been broken and took your masculinity been gone. Everybody that feel like that, what the fuck do you care what people date? Why do you give a fuck? You mad. You mad. That's when you know a nigga don't like you, sis. They don't even want to see you happy. So it would be better to make you feel that it's something wrong with you. You're masculine, they ain't gonna like that. You're gonna go over there and get them good men, high blood pressure. See, all that shit? Baby, when I tell you they don't like y'all, they don't like you. Deuces, good riddance. You come over here, you get married, you're seen as the queen as you are. Oh, these motherfuckers is triggered. Oh, bitch, they triggered, ho. They triggered. You really, really upset. Wow. Because you don't want to see them happy. See, that's motherfuckers that know that their life is over. They can't stand to see you have an option to win. Because in their spirit, if it was really bullshit, if they knew it was not good for you to come over here and date, They wouldn't say that. They'll say shit. They gonna find out. But some in their soul. No, bitch, because it's great. It's great. We over that. It's over. I told you I don't stand for those, post-pandemic red pill, blue pill type niggas. That's not the black man I stand for. What y'all trifling through in your dating pool and social pool, baby, they don't like you, sweetie. They don't wish you well in their face. They don't wish you well on your way out. How tragic. They ain't gonna want you. Oh my God, it's Mr. from Color Purple. That's what you sound like. But y'all the main ones don't like Color Purple, black man. Y'all never had your card really pulled by me, and I'm still being nice to you right now. Cause see, if a black woman really go in like me, and I know your secrets, you will be really hurt. And you don't have any room or any decency or any intelligence enough to be ashamed of how globally everybody know you don't value your women. And so when your women want to go somewhere else where they will be valued, it ain't the same environment of a gender war, you mad because they not finna stay in your red pill environment and get emotionally beat down every day on social media. Y'all have so much trauma right now from the shit that's being inundated. You don't even have a chance. You don't have a chance. And even the ones that was good, they ain't good no more. The women that's good, they ain't good no more. War will change you. Come on, somebody. War will fucking change your wiring. You can be an effervescent, happy person, but let your ass be in a hostile environment for long enough, it will make you hostile. Y'all not even good. You're good for no one. And here we got the leaders gaslighting you. Lord have mercy. And and it's just embarrassing to see how different the masculinity sits on the continent versus at home. Baby, you wanted to talk all 5, 6, 10, 12 years, red pill us out and say that the women are now masculine and nobody wanted to act like the system, the same system and circumstances that made that woman masculine, that it also had the effect on men, it made men feminine. Nobody can say that, oh, you're wrong, you're angry, you're bitter. Oh, honey, sweetie, the gaslighting is just so played. It's just so played. You can't speak up, you can't say nothing. I see what they're doing to my sisters. I'm not fucking with that. And at the end of the day, you think something wrong with you. And that's why you're not married. No, actually, there was 54 countries, and y'all is stuck in one, trying to pull from a culture of men that have been programmed to hate you. It's likelihood and probability at this point. If you have a culture where they're programming you to be in an environment that is hostile for love and will program you not to even want the black man, and they program the black man themselves to hate you, you think your chances for having something healthy and finding a person healthy and open and pure is going to be great? No, people are more pure here. Love feels pure here. They don't care about what you're wearing, what you're driving. It ain't even like 90s love. 90s black love is good, but it's even better than that. And yeah, they'll treat you with respect. So don't listen to nobody. It's gonna be some men angry as fuck, and you're gonna try to insult me because I have pissed you off for the last time. And you know I erase messages, I block on sight. You're gonna try anyway because this has triggered you down to your fucking dick meat. What I'm saying. Your dick meat, your money ain't, it's funny, and and you cannot stand this black girl on here. You are mad that I'm getting rid of your whipping post, and I'm giving them solutions. And the sisters that's mad that I'm over here and hating on me and hoping that I fail and shit like that, this is how people act in prison. This is how people act in prison. When you get out and when they know you're getting out, they try to start creating issues for you. And so when it comes to you leaving America to expand your dating options and fuck a date, it's courtship then marriage. Okay, now we upset. Oh, okay. Your emotional whipping post is gonna leave. Now who will you beat on? Black man? Who will you beat down upon? I know what it's like. I grew up with brothers, and since my brothers, they have their issues with their mom, single mom. There's a lot of issues with that, and I love talking about it because I see how it plays out. I was able to grow up with brothers that didn't like me. So I know what that antagonistic, pay attention ladies, I know what the antagonistic relationship looks like between a man and a woman and people that are supposed to protect you, but they just want to take you down a peg. I know what that's like when somebody that's supposed to love you don't like you. I had that experience for a reason. So when I see our kinsmen acting the way they act and engaging in that online battle and the mindset and the way they treat each other now, we're not even nice people anymore. You come over here for 2 days, you can see real nice people that have a pure spirit, my God. We think we're nice because we're just not murdering children. That's how far down we are. But anyway, I digress. So we have an emotional whipping post relationship with black men now where you don't like us. You want to take us down a peg. And sisters, I'm telling you, you're beautiful, you're smart. I've done this for black men all the time. So I don't need to do this. This is for sisters today. And see, this is how I also know my brothers are sick. They were cool as long as I was dragging the sisters. They say they want you to be a master teacher and give a balanced message, but see, that's a lie. No one is able to take accountability, because as soon as you start talking about what they need to do and where they fell short, oh, you follow this person, you're a feminazi, and they try to start bullying you. So none of that works for me. I'm way too clear. I've got out. It's so much better. You're not going to be gaslit, ladies, forever. If the brothers don't have enough maturity and dick meat to sit and quietly allow me to give relationship love advice and a plan and strategy for my sisters without them getting triggered, then I know you're one of the ones that don't like us. You're one of the ones that don't like us. And there are so many of you that don't like us. You don't respect us. And no one can tell you that that's what they're seeing without you trying to name call and shame us and guilt trip us. And when I have stood for you, protected you, taken bullets for you, and all of that, and now I can't be honest and preach the word? I can't tell you what the good ancestors told me to tell everybody. I can't speak it. Even when it applies to you, oh, you just want to drag the women. See, I get it now. That's why y'all liked me. You didn't like me necessarily for the truth. You liked because I satisfied something in your trauma. When I was traumatized, screaming and yelling and shit like that, that gave you something. That's why y'all fucked with me, because I did your dirty work for you. I used my anger and placed it on the women. That's what y'all have wanted to do. And so it's grown over the years. I'm not on that, right? But y'all want somebody to keep doing it. That's like you love it. It makes your dick hard to tune into those podcasts to see people dragging black women. When that's your nourishment now, sisters, it's 80%, and I like to use my little arbitrary percentages because bitch prove me wrong. It's 80% of your men that are among that eat it. They love it. Should make their dick hard to see people talk down about you because they hate themselves so much. I used to say for years, oh, black women, they hate their daddy, da. That's why they shit on the black man. Y'all love me while I was saying that. It was just the sisters' turn to get that word. Y'all didn't think it was ever going to be y'all turn. And y'all done sat here and drug your sisters. You don't want to pay for nothing. We got to feel bad for wanting dinner dates. Now you have a full culture of men being okay with saying we do not provide for women. And you want to say, oh, it's only the ones we want. No, it's a whole lie, actually. This is a moving carrot conversation. That's why I said it's just a gaslight round and around circle thing. It's not for solutions. We got it from white people to keep antagonizing us, knowing that we're in pain and they're causing our pain, and you acting like you don't know what you're doing. We got that from our oppressors. And so you think that that's not the dynamic that's been carried on, and we got that in our spirit, our men got that in their spirit. Are you kidding me? Sisters, keep your head up, okay? Lift your head up. Disengage from the social media battles. I'm 42 years old. There's no way in the world I would be a single woman. You need to be over here helping me plan my wedding. That's what you need to be doing. Y'all planning on how you ain't fucking with nobody no more. These niggas ain't shit. See, actually, men are amazing, and I've always known that, but I was able to still just be honest about what was happening in my culture. My men have changed. My women have changed. They put more poison in our water. Okay? We've got more hostile. So over here, that's the benefit of not having all of that technology and exposure. Now we're more pure here. The value systems haven't been touched. They're intact. The identity is intact. So you can't stray off and adopt all this shit and fuck up your system and life and ministry and destiny if you have tradition and a real identity. But when you don't, as we haven't, that's why we look and act the way we acting. That's why you're mad that I get on here talking about the sisters can experience a culture that doesn't have a gender war. I'm a woman. I was male identified for a long time and spoke for the brothers. Y'all won't let me be great. Y'all want me to compromise at the expense of enabling the same activity and behavior that's not going to liberate our people. You want me to stop preaching for the liberation of our people? Yeah, you don't care. So no, I actually do care about rebuilding a new black society. It's not for clicks and likes for me. If I don't accomplish this, I'm not fulfilling my purpose and I'm not being obedient. So anyway, I just had to talk about that. For everybody that's just joining me, thank you. Go follow me on YouTube. And for the ones that's following me on IG, you know what's going on. Because there's some people on YouTube literally don't even know I'm in Africa. Like, what channel are you watching? Like, girl, the locations being shown, like, people just real, like, we got messed up. We got messed up. And I get a lot of messages from folks, and I can tell a lot of y'all got messed up. A lot of y'all trying to contact me just to siphon my energy. You're trying to steal my energy. And I'm not here for that. Or time waster. I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not here to be friends with you either. So get out my inbox. You're either coming on the trip, buying a book, buying the newsletter. What is it that you want? I'm working. I know I'm black. I know I'm a dark-skinned black girl, and I sound a little hood. So no, I couldn't possibly be running a business. I get to just come in your inbox and talk to you like a homegirl and expect for you to stop what you're doing and waste time and take time away from the other 200 DMs. But I'm supposed to just talk to you and pick up the phone and you sending me your phone number. We're supposed to talk like goofy in the head. I would never do that. Why am I gonna just call you? Like, if I don't have this in 2024, would people stop just sending me their phone number and telling me to call them? I'm never gonna call you. That is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Please respect me. Please keep your toxicity over there. I know you don't really want solutions. You ain't trying to get the fuck out of America. You ain't trying to do shit. You just want, okay, this girl died the light. I just need to do something. I need to just make a connection. And you come, oh, I want to do business. Hey, let's do business. Hey, the way I do business is send me an email for the newsletter. If you want to support my business, then we do things in order. If I'm selling burgers on the corner and you say you want to come support my business, but you coming all back in the kitchen trying to get access to the kitchen, nigga, get in line. What are you doing? What are you doing? What? That says you comfortable. You don't give a damn. You don't see the greatness. Give me the respect. Yeah, and you talking about protect your energy, baby. That's a whole nother level for me when you know your people, all of them is sick. That's easy. All I gotta do is just listen to what people be saying half the time. They don't be talking about nothing. They just want to interrupt me in my flow and just feel like, oh, I get to talk to her. No, you do not. If you send me a reel and send me just a random video, it's erased. I don't need to see anything. We don't need to collaborate and get some ideas from you. Ooh, oh wow, I gave Art something. Like, what in the fuck? Grow up. Get back. Grow up. It's stupid. It's silly. And I really, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. You halfway giving props. You don't want to support what I'm doing. So why are you here? Ladies, let me tell you something. I had to learn something when you cute, pretty, and stuff like that. People will waste your time. People are just hoping you dumb enough not to see your value. People are hoping you dumb enough to give them time that really should be $50 an hour. People are hoping they caught you in a time in your life where you really don't know who you are and they can be lucky enough to slide in. Oh, I get that, honey. I get that. I get that. If you don't act like knowing you is a fucking privilege, people will come all up and through your shit and you ain't setting no boundaries and you got a group of people that are taught to not respect you. Sweetheart, if you're not coming to support my business, lift me up, give me a compliment, I already know you're hating. It's a slick jab. It's not engaging. It's just, I don't care. I don't want to. Well, why are you charging for your newsletter? No, we're not doing none of that. Nope. No. Like, when you go a long time not knowing your power and you get it, when you wake up and get it, all y'all are way more powerful than you give yourself credit for. Beautiful women, if people aren't immediately, if you're doing something great and people aren't immediately giving you props and shit like that, but they just want to come in your space and throw you off course and get your time and shit, that's an energy vampire. They don't have nothing to give you, sweetheart. If you over here and gonna, oh, Art, let's hook up. I don't want to hook up with you for nothing. Because I see how weird our women act. We weird as hell. Weird as hell. We still very jealous of each other. And in my particular life, understand this now, I'm not looking for friends. Absolutely not out of that collective back in the U.S. when 98% are likely gonna be fucked up mentally. And that's men and women both. When you get away from the insane asylum, I'm not trying to do visitation. I'm not. I don't do the visitors from the crazy house. So no, I'm not looking for friends like that. I'm not looking for you to do nothing but let me help you. If you don't need me to assist you in anything, then there's nothing for us to talk about, okay? So if you watching this and you need to reach out to something, you still don't know how to approach, you probably shouldn't approach. And you probably have gotten ignored, you know what I mean? If you just still send me messages, they'll never be answered, okay? Do not send me your phone numbers. I will never ever call you. Never ever call. And we have to get out of that. We have to grow up and give respect. And ladies, you have to know when someone's slick disrespecting you and hoping you're stupid enough not to know your value. So don't be gaslit, don't be antagonized, don't let these people that, and again, like it was with the ladies, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. We used to tell the ladies that. Same for the brothers. If it don't apply, let it fly. So let me pop my shit and talk to my sisters about these niggas they need to watch out for. If that's not you, it ain't you. The fuck? You ain't gotta keep going around and around in circles and shit like that. It's one-way ticket. I would get the fuck up out of there. It's no way in hell you can pay me to live in America. You telling me it's a dating pool where I'm gonna be valued, married, protected, and cherished, and I don't have to struggle economically, and I'll have passion and joy and freedom. I ain't never had to worry about a police pulling me over since I've been here. I ain't never gonna be a Sandra Bland. I don't have, it's like 19 worries that I just immediately don't have. So my quality of life goes up. And you think for one moment that you can listen to these people that's stuck in prison and don't have solutions. When they see you getting solutions and see me posting that video about black women have limited dating options in America, go to Africa, baby, I will keep my comments off till the end of time because I don't want to hear from you. And I'm not going to be managing and erasing comments and deleting comments, sweetie. 90% of my people got some bullshit to say. And I say that with all love. I don't want to hear it. You thought I was going to have a comments on for that video? With all the bullshit y'all want to say? Like, y'all had a nerve to be wondering why I got my comments off. Look at you! Y'all are crazy. What you want is to see somebody say nasty shit about me. What you want is to be witness and bear witness to people that hate me and to take me down a peg. You are hoping that in those comments that you can see somebody say something. And this even applies especially to people that don't like me. Sweetheart, you're not getting a double entendre. You're not getting a double meal here. You get one video, one meal. You're not going to get an extra meal in the comments that you can consume from. Go to somebody else's fucking channel. I know who I stand to be and I know how I trigger people. And I, as a black woman, I don't allow myself to just receive attacks from everybody. If y'all dumb enough not to know spiritual warfare and shit and to protect yourself, you waiting on a documentary so people can tell you, well, actually you learned that turning your comments off, it boosts your immune system. Y'all waiting on somebody to tell you that the way you run your business, you need to keep people out and every little comment you don't need to hear. You waiting on somebody to make that okay and you wonder why I got my comments off. No, I don't put my trust in you to protect me. If I looked at y'all for the solutions of what's going on, I'd be fucked up. I'd have birth control, I'd be shot with birth control, fucked up bodies because my birth control body is messed up and got cancer now, and I'd have COVID shot, I'd have everything if I listened to y'all. I've learned not to listen to y'all. There's nothing I need to hear from. Just say Ashe in your mind, like the video and keep scrolling. No, you need to feel like I get to see your greatness and I get to access you. I got access to you. No, you don't. Do not let this page and this virtual world fool you. I have my filter up because my peace and my life, it depends on it. And when you come to a spiritual place like this, protecting your peace is something you must do. So anyway, I'm out of here. I've been talking a lot. If y'all got questions and you're not dumb as hell, you can DM me and send me an email. But what you want specifically, it needs to be clear. We don't need to do no 9-page essay. We don't need to do that. I don't need to know your life story. And while we on it, if you want to get land in the newsletter, get the newsletter. You have to get the newsletter. It's $14.95 a month, first of all. Don't expect me to sell shit for free. And I'm sick of that as a black woman. You will respect me. Or you were ignored, okay? It's too many people that do good business and know how to do good business. So when you come to me, you all of a sudden don't know what to do and you don't want to break bread. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. I don't need to get your phone number. I'm not going to call you. I don't need to know the land. You send me a message. Here's my phone number. Looking for land in here. Sweetie, send me an email to get the land. You're going to get an auto message and you sign up, and then I will work to curate you a specific newsletter each month based on where you want to be. Immediately, when you first hit me up, girl, I don't care where you're looking for land. Just send me an email and say, give me the newsletter. Just do that. Just do that. Y'all coming with 9-page essays and phone numbers like I'm supposed to pick up the phone and keep... Jesus Christ. Anyway, bye. I'm out of here.